This tablet. Hey, yo, this is KLA Clyde. Hold on. Clyde the Wanderer, aka Clyde Don't Go Against Nature. I got a special guest, Miss Beefy. She's back. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, yeah. I just had to get you. I just had to. I gotta trying to lay out this thing. I'm on the tablet. Yeah, I just had to get you over here because I seen some of your Instagram stuff. I was just browsing and stuff. And I was just I don't know. The thought just came. Hey, let me kind of interview her again. See if she come back. I kind of did the DD on the spot type thing. I don't know. Hello?
No problem.
Oh,
Oh,
I think.
I think I'm gonna have to leave it like the other way. Hold on. Yeah, because I got the tablet on. I just be making things complicated. I wish I had the computer.
Oh, it looks
Hold
pretty.
on.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. So shit. I'm gonna leave it like this. Lord have mercy. Ah,
I'm
my
surprised. Like
face.
mine's is working. Hmm.
Yeah. Let me do it like this. Yeah. So what's up with you? Like I haven't. How's the year been treating you?
It's been pretty rough.
Miss- Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we all can
Yeah. It's
relate to
like
that.
Yeah.
let me leave it like this. Now, go ahead. What you were saying? Say what you were saying.
It's just been rough. After the heart attack in November, things kind of just got really rough.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad you're still here and every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are looking up though. I'm getting an elective surgery next month, and then towards the end of the year, I should be getting my shoulder work done, and then by next year, I can compete.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's the spirit. You're even though you got to go through all that. It's. I think you're still going to come out
Well,
good.
one surgery is because I want it. I'm getting a boob job, so
Oh. Oh. Congratulations with that. Okay.
it adds more aesthetic. I'm pretty excited.
What made you decide to get that?
I've
I
always
mean,
wanted.
you're fine. I mean, I mean, I, I don't know. Like, what, to me, you look fine without it. Because I see a lot of bodybuilders, they do all these jobs and stuff like that, and I think it's just women. I think like somebody passed away. Not to scare you, but somebody passed away because they had I think they was trying to get something done.
Oh, I think I
It
know what it was.
was yeah, DJ. What's his name? It's the comedian's his wife, and
Mm.
DJ Youngfly. Yeah, he had
Okay.
his wife. His wife was I think under the needle, and
Mm,
she just passed away
I heard about that.
recently. Yeah, so
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, it's but what made you decide to if you want to.
Well, I've always wanted one, but my last relationship kind of pushed it. So I went ahead and got it booked and raised 90% of the money to get it done. Now it's booked. It's next month, and I can't back out of it. So I'm also getting a job.
Hey.
Oh,
I mean, I don't have a problem with it personally, but that's just
no,
me. I don't.
I like all natural at times. I mean, I'm just me, but you're not my woman. I can't tell you what to do. You know, as long as you're happy,
Yeah.
Godspeed. That's all I can say.
I've always wanted to get more top chest because with bodybuilding, I kind of lost my chest and developed more pronounced pecs. So that's the one thing that I'm actually striving to get is just more of the high profile. I like to get that top chest to the back.
Yeah, I think that it still makes the athlete women look to me a little bit better because I just don't understand the flat chest sometimes. I just can't get with it. That's just me personally. But
it keeps that femininity look. It really does. It helps enhance it, and that's one of the qualities that I want to keep. It's because going into female physique and going striving to go to a female bodybuilder, I get a very masculine looking, especially when you start to lean out. I am very short. I don't want to lose my feminine qualities. I still want to be able to keep that very feminine look. So I feel getting more of that top chest and having the chest there will just help with that aesthetic and help me feel a little bit better, more confident.
Okay.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's. I mean, to me, that's good.
How's your I noticed I seen your workout routines and stuff like that. I noticed like you kind of do these bands over your legs.
Yes, I do a lot of band work.
Yeah. Is let me is that does that hurt or something like that? I never tried that.
Mm-mm. Bands are just a really good way to maximize blood flow, and it helps densify the muscles that resistant and that tension. It just amplifies what you're doing. So a lot of the times on lower body days, I will do a lot of movements with just bands. I use a lot of sliders too, so there's no drag to where it's just straight muscle stimulation. And then a lot of the times when I do upper body, I will pair weights with bands or even add bands to machines to add extra resistance, to add the extra drag to where your muscles actually have to work harder.
Oh, okay. I don't think I got all of it, but I understand. It just helps you. That's all I can get.
It's just that extra for your workouts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I never did that. That's because I recently I've seen people do it, but I'm like, what does that do? I wasn't too sure about that, so. So
A
that's
lot of
why
the
I
times,
asked.
especially for older people, when they're starting to get into strength training, using resistance bands actually helps densify their bones. And so when they age, they get bone loss and their bones become very brittle. Adding that in before you start going straight weight bearing is actually one way for safety measures to build that strength back up to where you can support to go heavier weight. So a lot of the times when you're trying to get that next PR, when you're trying to increase your squat or your bench, you want to pair it with bands because it helps with your muscle production and it helps with your bone density to where you're able to push those limits.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How's the Mad Fitness? That going
It's
for you?
going. I'm in a slow season right now just because it's coming up on summer. So a lot of my clients are backing out to be able to spend their time with their kids. A lot of them are going on vacation, which that usually happens during the summer. And then because I'm going to be gone for 3 to 4 weeks because of my surgery, it's just very slow. And then same with the holidays, it gets a little bit slow. But during the rest of the year, it's pretty good. I have a pretty good base of clientels.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
I
getting
mean,
ready to launch a new marketing plan to get more online clients here soon. So I'm pretty excited for that.
oh, I seen you on Didi on the spot. I was a little jealous because you was flexing and stuff. I was like, wow, I should have had her do that. But I wasn't thinking about it. But one of the things you were saying that you was competing this year.
I had to drop out of the competition because of the heart attack I
Oh,
had. And
oh, okay, okay.
yeah, and then the relationship I had took a number on me. So we'll compete next year. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
okay, okay. What division you was in? I forgot.
I'm gonna do women's physique for starting, but I have a
Oh,
couple of pro coaches that want to push me to go to women's bodybuilding.
oh, please,
Oh,
please.
okay. All right.
Nah, I know.
I
Oh,
No,
think it would be a great starting point, and then I can build to bodybuilding.
right.
okay.
Well, I mean, like that'll be great. I mean, I can see it. I don't think I've seen enough of your material or your Instagram photos yet, so I really couldn't say. But hopefully, I can go there. Probably I'll. But you have the potential. I think. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I think
Well,
you'll
we
be on
got.
like a level. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Say what you got, sir.
Oh, I was gonna say, you'll she'll. I'm not trying to compare her, but I was gonna say, Beefy, you might be on a level up there with, Alicia Young or one of the other ladies up there. We'll probably see you on at like Rings of Strength or something at some point.
She's a
So
goal of mine.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or even Christina Mendoza, another one that
Oh yes.
I'm gonna ask a
that'll
silly
be.
question. You got your pro card?
Mm, oh,
That's what I was going after. I was gonna go after Abdullah Show to
Okay.
get the pro card.
I don't remember me asking you that. I forgot. So it was a while since we talked and stuff. So
Yeah, I think we talked right
um
after I had the heart attack.
oh wow. Oh, okay.
George.
Wow. What was like your thoughts when you had that? Like I don't know, like
I was pissed.
because I know people that have strokes and stuff, and that
I
that
was having
that's
the
something that
symptoms for about 2 weeks, and I didn't know. I knew something was wrong because I wasn't feeling right. But I was just overstressed, overstimulated. I was overexerting my body and not getting enough rest and recovery that something had to give. And so my heart tapped out on me. It was a minor one, thank God. I was very coherent, everything when it happened. The EMS was actually very surprised that I was able to walk over to them as I was having the heart attack. So it all got caught just in time. I still have tachycardia, which is a very fast heart rate. It comes and goes. I'm still doing heart rate recovery to where I do a lot of power endurance. I spike it and I try to get it to drop just to strengthen the heart muscle, especially with what I do. I spike it all the time. So as long as I can still get it to drop within levels before I go again, it's good. So my workouts, I've been able today, I actually went running on the treadmill for 15 minutes, which was great. I was able to go trail running a couple of months back. I'm able to get new PRs. My squat max is now 335 for 5. So
right on. Okay.
Push.
Great. Wow.
Okay.
That's definitely awesome that you're bouncing back.
Oh,
Yeah, did you recently got this, or you always had like your heart wasn't really conditioned or anything
Oh
like
no, my
that?
heart was perfect up until prep.
Oh,
During prep, I jumped in it too soon with a lot of emotional stuff going on. And then doing 2 to 3 a day workouts, expending about 4,500 to 5,000 calories, not intaking nearly as much as that. And then also running my own business, not sleeping as much because I get up all the time to be there for my clients. It just took a lot out of me. I was going to bed maybe. Did my laptop black out? Okay. I was going to bed maybe around like anywhere from 11 to 12 and getting up around 3 or 4 in the morning, doing my fasted department, going to work, and doing about 3 to 4 hour long workouts, eating, clients, and repeating that process.
that's ironic. Like you trying to teach people to be healthy, and yet you kind of battling your own demons and stuff.
I
That's
always tell my
crazy.
clients, do not model what I do. Do what I tell you to do.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing. It's like I we all know like this bodybuilders they passed away a lot. So I mean
It's a very dangerous sport.
yeah yeah.
We always
I'm
want to push ourselves to that next level, not thinking about what's going to happen to us. We don't think about those ramifications because we just have that end goal of we want to get on stage, we want to bring home gold, we want to win. We have that winner's mentality to where sometimes we lose sight to the health issues.
yeah.
That's what it seems like. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Clyde. No, it's your
No,
show.
I was just gonna read the messages from all the rage George Page. She's been thriving.
Try it.
Oh yeah, hey George.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of the devil, I might as well kind of bring him in.
Uh
Let me
oh.
see.
He's
Okay.
the
Oh, this
what
this
is he?
freaking now this tablet is just acting up on me right now. I'm about to use my
Mm.
phone or something. Hold on, George. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You, Beefy, I wanted to ask you, are you in the NPC or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna do NPC.
Okay. Then probably get your IFBB Pro card at a later date. I mean, I assume. Okay,
That's a goal
that,
right there.
that's great. That's
Well,
great. That's fantastic.
we got the hater here.
Uh oh.
So
Uh oh.
the hater.
I'm happy to be the hater. I'll take that. Because I'm a particular type of criminal, and some people like you and your rules and your ideologies, you can just never understand. You just can never be free of yourself. But your hate completes me. It completes me.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Joker, you got anything you wanna talk to this young lady?
Yes, hello, Miss
Because you can
Beefy.
relate certain things. That's
Yeah,
why I
hello.
brought you here.
Yes,
Soul of
hello, Miss
Clan.
Beefy. Now I gotta finish talking. Hello, Miss Beefy. How you
Hello.
doing? I think you are beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Well, I can understand. Years ago, it's almost been 10 years. I had my first heart attack. I was working at a food process plant,
Ooh.
and I thought I was sick. I thought I had the flu because I worked at the coal department. And I went to the next town over because where I stayed at was like maybe a good 60, 70 miles from my job. And my sister, she lives the next town over. That was a good 30 or 40 miles from where so I went there. She told me to go to like an urgent emergency room. So I went to this urgent care place. They saw something in my blood work and sent me to one of the biggest hospitals in Fayetteville, and that is Cape Fear Valley. I was there for 2 weeks in the cardiac unit.
Ooh.
I wasn't too bad off. I could still move around and walk, but they saw something in me that because I had congestive heart failure.
Mm.
And after that, I had to get a pacemaker. And I had a pacemaker for at least it's going to be 10 years coming up in October. And I got it tested about a month ago. I do fine. I'm all right. It's just that and my point was that I wasn't taking care of myself like I was supposed to. And my family genetics. My father passed away from heart problems. My mother had a stroke. My sister had a stroke. My brother, he had heart problems. It's just very strong in my family. And I do take medication now, but ever since I started losing weight and started taking myself a little better, I have dropped off a little bit of my medication because a while back I had a situation where I was in the hospital for a couple of days. I was dehydrated, and what it was, the medication I was taking was affecting me because now I lost some weight, my body was changing, and the medication I was taking was, even though it was helping me forward, it was doing more harm than good. But I understand what you're coming from, man.
Well, I'm glad that you're taking your health more serious and that you got your stuff a little bit more figured out. I mean, that's a very scary path to walk.
Yeah, I can tell you. I walked it. I walked the line. You call me Johnny Cash, the Man in Black.
Right.
So now you said that you was playing competing. What show were you doing? Was it regional that was you competing?
I was going to do the Oregon Open, which is actually July 1st.
And then after that, what do you think about doing? Nationals, Junior USA's, North Americans?
I was going to do the national championships in Vegas a month later. So it would have been about the first week of August. I was going to do a double show, just weeks from each other.
That's pretty good. As you know, this year they moved the national championships to Texas, and you live in Oregon.
Yep, I used to live in Texas.
Yeah, and Texas is a little closer to Oregon because I know a lot of ladies who I do interviews with, especially women who are in the bodybuilding, they want to do more shows in the West. Because I know I did an interview with Andrew. I right now I'm a name drop on KL's head. So
Okay.
I did an interview with Andrew Sauer, and she mentions that she liked to do more shows close to the West. And with physique, there's more opportunity for your division.
Yeah.
Especially if you turn pro. compared to bodybuilding, because it's a lot harder. There's so few shows this year. Lost Puerto Rico, lost Savannah. Other than the Rising Phoenix, but that's the invitational. There is Arizona Pro. That is probably, if you do turn pro, that'd be maybe a couple years down the road once you get your pro card. That'd be maybe a good first show you want to try out. And that's like towards the end of the year, give you time to really prep and get ready.
Yeah. Not giving up on this. I plan on still following through and still competing. It's just gonna take me some time.
Well, like I said, this is to quote my man Thomas Wayne. Bruce, why do we fall? Can we learn to pick ourselves up? And you can hate on that. You really hate on that. Hell, I can sense your hates. You don't think you're not different from me. But once they drop their rules and all that, then they come after you.
I'm gonna show some Miss Beefy pictures for the viewers.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, he
well, she's Miss Beefy. I'm Mr. Beefy.
Well, her name is Mary Dammann, but I just call her Miss Beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I do remember you on D&D on the spot. I remember. I think you were blonde then.
Yep.
Okay. So I was like, oh wait. Okay.
Yeah. What made you change your hair? What made you dye your hair?
I needed a fresh start.
Okay.
I see.
And you're planning on getting silicone balloons down the road?
Yup, I get them next month. Literally 1 month to the date.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm not. I say it's all dependent how you get them or how you get them done. Because sometimes, you notice now, a lot of women are going a bit extreme. With it.
Yes.
It's good to be moderate to make it look like you're more proportional. But when you look like you should be, I don't know, a life saver, or you look like you should be like a little more top heavy than bottom heavy. Where you look like you look like one of those. You remember the little thing where you put in, you tilt it back and forth, goes back and forth. It's just me being me. But like I said, what works for you works for you. I can't tell what you can do with her body. That's your right.
Well, good thing I have a lot of ass, so the tits will match.
Yeah. How do you feel about switching over to wellness?
I've thought about that, but I have too much muscle mass up top that physique is my ideal category because I'm very balanced between the both.
Yeah.
Wellness still is a little bit more thinner up top. I mean, I have almost 16-inch biceps. So
yeah. So
wow.
And
I'm a little bit tempted to ask you, can you flex or something? But I know you've been going through a lot, so I'm gonna fall back. It's up to you if you want to.
He's putting the pressure on you.
Wow.
Yeah. He got dedicated. He flex for Didi. Didi, he's the guy everybody follows. I follow Didi. I follow Female Bodybuilding Channel. They do good content, and you look pretty good.
Awesome.
Once everything is popping, there's an old smoke saying.
Beautiful.
And you guys know the old smoke saying. When I say it,
beautiful.
When you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard.
Yes. First say, but
yeah.
So I just asked,
very nice.
It's very. Yeah, it seemed like Didi on the spot. He's like I could say the David Letterman of bodybuilders or something.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, I think I put him in David Letterman.
Yeah, because I asked him, I was asking him, how do you get all these women to interview, man? Because it's not easy even asking one.
That's
and
not.
He was like, he had connections. I'm like, okay, it makes sense.
Well,
I can tell you from my personal experience, it takes a good time. I just got an interview this morning, and I got an interview tomorrow.
I remember.
I had to push this interview back because the lady I'm interviewing, she has some stuff coming up, so we pushed it back later tomorrow evening.
Is that the one you interviewed today, George?
No, that's another lady. The other lady I interviewed.
Oh, okay, the Poland.
Yeah,
Polish.
Yeah. Well, actually, she's Polish and she lives in Great Britain. This other lady, I think she lives up and around Canada, and she's also she's a cop. She's 5'0", and so
wow.
and she just competed at Toronto Pro just last week, and she's going to be doing the master shows in Olympia. Now, Marianne, if I may call you that, gently, all right.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. See, this is what you do when we deal with rookies.
Well, I got the Beefy pictures going on, so we
see the Beefy pictures.
Hey, by the way, Miss Beefy, you look really, really lovely. We really do.
Yeah. And like I said before, she is beautiful. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, who you working with, your coach, or is this all on you?
Right now, I don't have a coach. Right now, it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good because it takes a while. Because one thing a lot of people I learned, like they say, when you start this process, you have to get a coach.
I had one, but with everything that's happened, I had to part ways with her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with your heart attack and everything else. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is it love or lust? I can't get enough. Don't ask.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And I'm back.
I guess we're back.
You know what? It just.
I'm sick. Look, man,
I'm not laughing out of
hold on. Okay, now
okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'm just trying. I'm trying,
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna. You're doing good. You're doing good. As I say, laughing at his back, but but yeah, but yeah. I think sometimes like one thing a lot of ladies I found out is that sometimes working with a coach, you have to find a right mix. And some people will pick on you, jumping back and say, "Oh, you're jumping from coach to coach." But the fact is, you're trying to find what works for you, who works for you, what fits for you. And that's part of the process of this sport. I'm some people say, oh, one thing might work for one person doesn't work for another. And some coaches would do cookie cutter plans, but because like I said, one thing is you're a much thicker female, and then you have to deal with how your body reacts or changes and how it affects certain things. I mean, he might need to put you on less carbs, might need to put you on more carbs, he might need to put you on just doing cardio. He might need to put you on, working specifically on which body part. And that's something that people got to understand about this part. It's just not, like I said, a lot of people go to the ideology that bodybuilding is just popping a pill, lifting some weights, and that's it.
Oh.
I completely agree with that. You have to truly find the right coach because, you can have a great relationship with your coach, but if you're not getting the results that they're looking for because it's their name on the line, they're coaching you, especially when it's a pro level, they're going to keep pushing you to the extreme measures when all it's actually just, something's not working. And instead of listening to the client, they're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That's ultimately what ends up happening.
What's the extreme level for you? Like something that you won't do?
I won't touch heavy steroids. I won't community for that. I don't want to go through the different changes that it actually does put your body through. So that's not something I'm willing to do. I touched Clen, and Clen mixed in with my heavy stim pre-workouts, the copious amounts of caffeine I was drinking, the stress I was under, and not sleeping as well is what induced my heart attack.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I think I heard people to stay away from is Halo. Because Halo can take you. Halo is very. It can take you. Because I got a friend. He does men's physique, and he tells me that Halo can really take you to a dark place. Some of that stuff can affect not just your body but also your mind. Because I know how conversations related say like sometimes they take certain stuff and they just go into a dark place because it can just it's just somebody something. You understand? Most people know that steroids is supposed to be for building up your muscles. Also, it's used to, especially for men, if you have low amount of testosterone, it helps to build your testosterone.
Okay.
Also, some of the stuff is used for fattening up cattle. Back in nowadays, like you see how farms are using it to bulk up chickens and cows. And like now your little kids are drinking milk and eating chicken. And you got 13-year-old girls with titties bigger than their grandmas and boys about taller than their daddies.
That's what happened to my sister.
Yeah. And some stuff, if you take it like cycle, like a little bit here, a little bit there, it helps you do the process. But then when you get to that finish line, you might just want to crank it up a little bit, but not too much, where it can really just kind of just pull you down to a bad spot.
And you'll have some coaches that don't understand that you have to cycle off, but they'll just put you on these long cycles and just change your doses, which it's not healthy. And then some coaches will just make you spend thousands of dollars on different types of vitamins and supplements, thinking that's going to be the cure-all to flushing your liver, flushing your kidneys to keep healthy, when no, it's not.
And there's no such thing as a cure. You just have to be smart in what you take.
You have to know your body's reaction to it, the level of dose that you can handle, and you have to know how to correctly cycle on, and then you have to know how to cycle off to actually let your body release it to get out of your system, so you don't get a build up tolerance to it, to where you have to heighten the dosage, and that's where you get into that harm rate.
Wow.
Yeah, because you speed up your heart, then your heart blows in the chest. Hey, you're screwed.
Ooh.
You don't got a heart, you can't do shit.
If you only had a heart.
I mean, like, what's Halo like? I don't know. Like, can you break it down a little bit?
It's a steroid.
Okay.
There's anything from Tenaball to Halo to
Tenaball,
Cosapolabol. I think I forgot the name of it. There's PEDs, different types. I mean, there's like half a dozen million thousand steroids out there.
Yeah.
Depending what you use.
Hey, George. Wanted to ask about that other stuff called diuretics. You ever heard of that?
That's basically fluid pills.
That just helps you release everything to where you don't have that water retention. So right before you get on stage, you can be dry because you want that dry look.
Yeah, because I take a Lasix because of my heart condition, and that takes and pushes out the fluid from keep my heart from drowning. But I remember I was talking to one lady, and she said, you take Lasix? You have it? I said, no, I can't give my prescription. It's got to be said, no, I don't. Because the fact is, some of that stuff helps. Like when you get to that point when you're about to compete. You want to look how get that vascular is because some women take diuretics. Most competitors take diuretics, because you don't get that pop. You don't get veiny and vascular. Also, they recommended that also eat a little sugar that helps those veins to hold up.
Typically, you do that right before stage, and so your peak week, right before leading up to the days to the stage, that's when you start taking it to start pulling out all that water to get that really dry, grainy look. And that's when you usually will take them.
Yeah, because I remember somebody saying like Teresa Vasic, her last competition in Toronto said she don't take diuretics, but if you don't take it, you come in a little bit holding retaining water. Judges gonna say that you're retaining water. You don't have that
fluff look you'll have.
Yeah, you can look like you're a little fluffy.
Because the reason why I asked that, just real brief, I think there was a long time ago, there was a guy, I don't know where he was from. I think he was the same place as Arnold Schwarzenegger. I forget his name. And he took too much of that. And I think he ended up drying out on the inside or something and dying or something.
Yeah, you can have a heart attack from it.
I think this was.
Also,
I forget his name.
Also affects your kidneys because your kidneys help flush your body out. And you don't give enough fluids to your kidneys, because that's what happened to me because I wasn't taking enough fluids because, and if I don't take enough fluids, it's going to affect your kidneys. And when you affect your kidneys, you go to renal failure.
Yeah, that sounds very painful.
So I wasn't. My blood pressure dropped really low. I was working out. I thought it was just maybe just my blood pressure really low, and they told me because I wasn't drinking. Because I gotta be careful. I can't drink too much fluids. I can't drink too little fluids. I have to walk the borderline. Especially if I take a Lasix and I have too much fluids in my system, it can dry my heart. So I have to be smart about what I drink and my intake. My advice somebody told me is like drink like don't drink a lot. If you don't drink a lot of water, eat something like a orange
Hmm.
Anything that's really juicy, that's good because I don't drink I drink a good amount of water, and also what's good that some tell me say like water's boring. We all know water's boring, but you put like lemon, orange in it, something like that. You know,
Yeah,
you give that little nice little taste because you know what, you just want something to give that flavor
yeah,
to it. I mean, I don't drink
yeah.
too much. I
I
don't
do
try to drink
that.
too
I
much.
do. That.
Yeah. Also, if you like to drink, you like drink something with some flavor to it. Sugar free, tea.
Oh, those little packets, those little
Not the,
like packets
you can buy like little packets too, but you can
of
drink.
like flavoring.
Yeah,
Yeah, flavoring. You drink sugar free tea, or you can
I
drink.
do BCAAs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
I
anybody drink smoothies?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
not too often. That's
They're
I got.
good, but it's full of sugar, so you got to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, you
Ah,
gotta be.
see.
my
Yeah.
mother was getting on my case about that. Because I would like get it every day for some way. I would drink it because I don't know. It got fruit in it, so I'm like,
that's
I
Right.
didn't.
that's
She just kept telling me about it to a point where she was just driving me crazy and stuff like
well.
that. She's
What
like, "You're
you can do
not
this.
bringing this in my house."
What you can do,
Yeah.
you can make your own smoothies. You can get some ice. You can get orange, pineapples, you know, blueberries, strawberries. You can make your own smoothies. Don't put no. You just use the natural sugars from the fruit, so you don't use the sugar
Oh
from.
yeah.
Mm.
You don't have
Okay.
adding
Okay.
adding
Yeah.
sugars.
That's
Yeah.
one of the bad things.
Yeah,
If you
that's what my
go
mother
buy
does.
it, it's going to be processed. They usually don't use fresh fruit. They use
Mm.
pre-made stuff, which has added sugars. So you want to stay away from the added sugars. The added
Mm-hmm.
sugars are what turns
Kind
it
of like
from
Jamba Juice.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless
Sugar,
you're seeing them put the real fruit in there, stay away.
yeah. Sugar's like crack.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
like crack. You just like we be like Pookie New Jack City, man. We call you, man. We call him. There was like one week I did a whole week where I didn't do no sugar, and man, it's hard, man. It was like I'm
Oh.
a sweet freak. I like sweets. I just I would like man, be calling me my name, man. Be calling me,
Mm.
But it's just that's the thing is because this country we have the most processed food in most countries in the world.
Mm.
All right.
Europe, you go overseas to Europe, you don't see that many people that are fat because
Mm.
Right.
it's more here in America you know because one thing is everybody wants everything hot, ready, and fresh right then. And processed
Right.
foods is just like one thing I don't buy anymore. I don't buy like processed kind of meats. I buy the lean meat. You can go to your deli, tell them you want some I don't eat too much ham anymore. Every now and then because I might have a taste for it.
Right.
Bacon is also processed. You don't want to eat that. Once in a while, but not
Mm.
every other day. There's so much stuff you have to. There's a lot of things you got to back away from. I'm trying to back away from, especially since I'm diabetic. I got to back away from bread. If I do buy any kind of bread, it's gonna be whole wheat.
Oh.
You know,
Right. Right.
get away from rice. Every now and then, maybe every now
Uh
and then, but
huh.
not every day. Just you just may have a hankering for it. Just every now and then. But it's hard, man. It's hard, especially being a fat man. It's hard. It's hard, man.
Oh.
Right now, I'm doing
Mm.
low carb, so I know how that feels.
I know those
Oh,
carbs. I
good.
know. I know. With some lazy, you don't have those carbs. You'd be like, yeah, you'll be wilding out.
I love my carbs. I
Yeah,
have a carb
Oh
addiction.
yeah.
Hello.
Carb addiction, like I say.
yeah.
What's your
I like
My
favorite?
my
bad.
savories. I like
What's your favorite?
savory food.
Oh.
What's your favorite carb
My
food?
bad,
You
y'all.
want you're craving right now?
I can fuck up some pizza
Oh. Oh man. Oh,
and tacos. Pizza and tacos. Like, oh, let us to die for.
yeah.
What would you do for this old song say, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. I mean,
Oh. Oh.
I got some. Let me let you do it.
Oh. Yeah.
I got some Taco Bell in my hand. You want to come in the house? Maybe open the door, baby. It's cold.
So you have any cheat meals on Mary?
Not right now because I have to drop weight for surgery because they still go off of
Right.
BMI. So
Oh.
with my height, technically I'm too heavy. So I
Right.
have to lower my weight
Mm.
right now.
The only thing I
Oh.
had like a surgery was like I had a hernia. That was it. I had like
Mm.
2 surgeries, a hernia. That's
My
it. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I know people that people I know personally they had strokes and stuff like that, but and just going to visit them in the hospital. You're just witnessing that. It's a lot. I remember a guy I worked with. He he had cancer, and he stopped seeing the doctor for, like, I would say, since I was born. I'm 47 years old.
Oh, right.
And yeah, and nobody didn't know about it. So, I just like kind of witness him. Like, he was older. He was old enough to be my father.
Mm,
And
mm.
he just witnessing him, like, being in a nursing home and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
man.
was like, it was draining. That's all the stories I could tell with the steroids and all that stuff. I don't know. I think I seen, like, I'm gonna mention the person that you don't want to mention. SF. I'm gonna leave it as that. And she was talking about. I didn't say her full name. Take it easy. I didn't say her full name. Fall back. It's my
Oh,
show.
Lord.
SF. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't say the whole
You,
thing.
you, you, you can say your
But
name. This is your
she
place.
was
You can
like,
say your name.
the person was talking about,
Mm.
like trying to, like certain amounts of steroids to use, and you know she was
Okay.
breaking down stuff that you guys got to watch the video, because
I don't watch anything she got to say because she's a hypocrite and she talks shit. I can
yeah.
say that my surgery was when I woke up. I mean, it felt like somebody shot me in the shoulder. I mean, I'm
Mm,
telling you, and it took
Mm.
a while before I could heal. I couldn't drive for I think almost 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Mm.
2 or 3 weeks because you can't
Oh.
have anything heavy.
Mm.
I had a couple of surgeries. I had a couple. One I had a cardiac cath in the hip. That surgery
Mm.
for my pacemaker. I mean,
Uh,
it can be difficult, and for like I said, for a woman like yourself, yeah, you had to drop down because doctors don't want. I remember because at the time I was nearly 400 pounds before that time, and they say I had to send me to the biggest hospital in North Carolina. That's it was I went to Chapel Hill. That's the UNC hospital because of my size. I couldn't do it in the area where I was at because I was way too big.
mm,
mm.
And it's tough parts. Tough parts like one thing when you do that little test, you had to drink that barometric junk. I mean, oh my god,
Oh,
it is
I heard about
awful.
that.
It takes like ass, shoes, and feet. It's like chalky
Oh,
aftertaste to it too.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So what size you going? Are we going
I'm not
moderate?
sure yet.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna when I'm with the surgeon and we're actually gonna go over what looks best on me at that point. So I can't say I'm gonna go
okay.
to PC or not because I'm gonna be in office and that's when we're actually gonna try them on to see which actually looks better on me because I'm still a little bit heavy right now. So I do have more fluff on me. So I have to take that into effect of when I'm
Mm,
bulk, how big they're gonna be versus when I'm leaned out. And so that's what
mm.
pair.
Okay.
how old
And
now, I just want to ask her, do you tell your age, like,
Do you
I
want to
don't
know
you
how
know.
never
old
asked the
I am?
lady her age.
Yeah.
You come on,
Look,
man. You
look,
never.
man, come on,
You
stop
never.
it. She's not. She's younger than me. I know that for a fact. I'm
But
47.
still, man.
It doesn't matter.
It's
That's come on,
see,
man. That's
Hey, I'm
that's
40. Well, I'll be
listen,
41.
this is my show, sir. It's
I'm
my
saying, I said,
show, sir. My
okay,
show, my platform. If she wants to answer it, that's why I ask. Okay, fall
can't wait
back,
till I can't wait till I
fall
get you back
back,
on my show. I can't wait.
fall back. Do you want now, Mary? Do you want to answer the question,
I
or
know,
just let
right?
it be?
Don't answer the
I'm
question.
30.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
That's
okay. Oh,
that's why
See,
I
this is
asked.
just
Because it. I mean,
yeah,
because it's.
because I'm
I mean,
40.
because you're
So,
young. That's why.
see, this
You
is
know,
this is me. I'm married. I'm talking. I'm from the South, and we don't ask a lady her age, no
that's
matter
the
how old
South,
or young.
man.
That's the
That's the
yes. That's
South.
so we have
That's.
gentlemen
I'm
here.
in Brooklyn.
See,
I'm in
up here
Brooklyn.
in New
This
York,
is
you have
Brooklyn.
those
BK,
roughnecks.
BK,
Yeah, the
BK,
these are the Brooklyn Zoo.
BK,
Brooklyn
BK,
Zoo.
all right.
Brooklyn
BK,
Zoo.
ARP
BK.
Notorious B.I.G.
In the G
Brooklyn
building,
Zoo.
taking all type of medicine
Oh, man.
because they thought they was better than Ace.
Well,
I'm
I'm
just,
sorry because I'm
I'm
a
just.
Southern gentleman, and I tell a lady not I respect for ladies and not ask her age. That's just me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
Mr.
just
Southern
because
Man. Can
right
can you
now
fall back a little bit?
I feel like I'm
Can
on
you,
my
I'm
way
a,
to
I'm
my
a mute you. I'm a
yeah,
mute you.
I'll be like I'm real like Doc
I'm a,
Holliday. I'm a day. Hey.
I'm a
Oh,
little.
no.
Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm asking her the question.
Okay.
Let me. Can I? It's a reason. It's a sickness to my madness. You know, she's
You don't have
young. You
madness. You're
know,
sick too.
and she's in an intense sport. That's why I'm asking. It's a sickness to my madness. So that's
Yes, you
why
are
I was
mad and sick.
curious, Mary, because
You're
you're
not.
young. You know, you're pretty, and you don't. I mean, you could be just be like a fitness a fitness trainer and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Why do this intense sport where it could risk your health and I'm just asking.
I enjoy it. I like to be able to push myself to that extreme. It's a goal in sight that I want to accomplish. I mean, the best things in life are scary to accomplish and push for. And
They are.
you have to be willing to take that risk and know your body well enough to know where you can push and what you can do.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
That's a good answer.
I just went bungee jumping for my first time on the 3rd. I threw
Oh
myself
Oh,
Lord.
off the bridge.
oh
Yeah.
man.
I couldn't try that. That rope snapped me like it break by the time I get to the bottom.
I plan
Well,
on
see,
going skydiving for my birthday this year. So
why don't
Oh,
you just be in an
congratulations on
action
that.
movie or something?
Hmm?
Why
That would
don't you
be
be in an
awesome.
action movie?
Hey,
Why don't you be in
hey,
a
hey.
Mission Impossible movie or something
Well, I
like
was like,
that?
Carl
A
Stallone
Fast
tried to
and
get her for,
Furious.
was it the Expendables with all those guys? She could be in
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
because they had like Ronda Rousey and all that. So I mean, hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just like
Yeah.
extreme stuff. I think it's fun to be able to, look fear in its face and just say, fuck you. It doesn't define me, just to push past
wow.
it.
Well,
Uh,
the thing about Fury says he's gonna say "fuck you
Well,
back."
my kind of lady. Well, Miss Beefy, you're my kind of lady. I like
Uh,
very forward women like you. That's it's kind of rare these days. It's kind of rare these days. I'll just tell
me,
you
There's
that.
different
me,
levels of fear, man. Like just me walking through the subway
Mhm.
and the
Mm.
platform. All these crazy
Oh,
people. Sometimes they standing like in front and
mm.
stuff, and you don't want to get hit by the train. And, I'm
Yeah, no.
trying not to like not stay in the platform because there's
Mm.
crazy people that'll push people and stuff. So that's
that's
Oh
that's
yeah,
an
NYC.
everyday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
mean
that's
that's an adventure for me. Just
that's
trying to get
something
through the
that's
train.
something we don't worry about right here because we have. If you want to get around, you either get around by Pat and Charlie. That's your two left, your right and your left foot, or you got a car. So we don't have to worry about subways like. But we do worry about people who don't know how to drive. People who act stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Hmm.
that's the thing about is when
That's
people,
California.
especially up there in New York, y'all you can't look New Yorkers in the eye because they might shoot you or something like that. You can't say hi. But
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. They.
I mean, there's friendly people in New York, but it's like New York. It's crazy. It's cold, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's a lot. New York is stressful. Like
yes,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all would want to deal with New York. Trust me.
no,
I'm gonna
Well,
go
you
deal
know
with
what?
Chicago.
Well, you know what? My
Yeah,
half sister,
Chicago.
because my half sister lives over there. So yeah. So she says, I mean, I think she lives in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. That's a
Yeah,
little. That's
that's where the
yeah.
Chinese people. I think the Chinese
Okay.
people.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little more, I guess, gentrified over there. I want to say now. I mean, yeah, because
Oh,
I remember the movie Sunset Park with Fredro Starr from Onyx and stuff. I
yeah.
wanted to tell you, I'm a NYC hip hop head. I wanted to tell you that. You didn't know that
Oh,
about me. That's why I wanted to ask you. So that's another topic, but anyway, yeah,
so so anyway, back to the Love Miss Beefy. So
yeah.
after this, you're going to take some time off and recover from because we all know with implants take at least about at least about 3 or 4 weeks from the
Mm.
time it start to drop.
Yeah, it takes 6 weeks until I'm cleared to do basic stuff, and then it takes 12 weeks to be 100% back to normal.
Yeah,
Wow, wow.
so pretty much most of the year you just wait and recover from your implants, and then
Mm.
you start back in your training after that, and then
Yep.
as you again, you go back to the same plan, do the show in Oregon, which is a regional qualifier, and then
I don't know if I'm gonna wait to do an Oregon show because our shows start usually in the middle of the year. They don't start until May, June, and July. I'll probably fly somewhere else and do another show at that point in time, depending on where my conditioning's at, just to get one done.
Mm.
have
yeah.
have you been watching any shows lately, like the
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh or anything like that?
No,
New
I
York?
watched some of the Arnold, and then I went and saw the Cascadian, and then I'm gonna go cheer on my friends that are in the Open.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Oh,
Arnold, Arnold is just like Arnold is just. I used to be a fan of Arnold, but he's just he kept that women's bodybuilding and he
Yep.
kept out the the women's
Mm.
it's just tits and ass divisions now and
Yeah,
Arnold.
he's doing something. That's for
You
sure.
know, I wanted to ask because Hila Trevino said on a post one time that I guess he was sitting with her. Arnold was sitting with Hila Trevino, and she asked him about it, and then she said in the post that it's not his fault that they're taking some of that stuff out or something. It's he sold it.
Well, you got to remember when he became
I don't
governor
know.
about that's like almost about a little over 10 years ago when he was governor. A long time
Mm.
ago, about 10, 15 years ago when he was governor.
Yeah.
It's like remember when Dump, I call him Dump, the dumbest ass president in the world. He became president. He had to sell off a lot of his. He can't own any kind of businesses and stuff like that because he'd be prejudiced in his favorite business. So when Arnold became governor of California, he had to sell off the rights to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. He still comes there. They pay him to come there, but he cannot own it because it's a business and he can be seen as being prejudiced to that business. Now he was ran for by his other guy who passed away, as Jim Livermore. That was the year when last year we didn't almost. I did interview a lady who competed that show this year, and it was only like 4 competitors for women's physique and women's bodybuilding, and that was usually you turn pro that year. That was the year there was having the first years had women's bodybuilding for the Arnold for pro qualification, and neither there was not enough physique competitors and fewer bodybuilding competitors to get their pro card that year. But because the guy who was the promoter of it died, they just kind of it was big. It really mostly hit the amateur show. Not as much as it hit the main show because in this year the main show they kicked the prize money for men's bodybuilding over to almost as much as you can get for the Olympia.
Okay. I mean, I was just reading that post. I think it's 3 years ago or something. I was following her, and she was sitting with him, and she said that in the caption below or something, and I was like,
yeah. But he still has some position, even though he may not have to control a position. He still has a position. But when they keep that with bodybuilding, he was still. It was. I think was it. What about the time? See, I'm trying to remember when did Arnold became governor. Around about.
That was 2000. 2003. You talking about when he left?
The early 2000s.
Yeah.
The early 2000s when he began. Yeah, 2020.
So he was still governor by then. By the time he pushed out women's bodybuilding, I think by the time I probably pushed out the Miss International, he was no longer governor. So that time he could have. Remember, he had that big divorce from.
Maria.
Yeah, so he had to come up with some. Because he was married to a woman for practically nearly 30 years. He got a bunch of kids with her. She knew about. We all knew. She knew about the other boy. She knew, but because But that's all it is about. When men, great power comes great, responsibility.
Yes.
So what you see yourself, Mary? What you see yourself like in the future, like years to come? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too soon. I don't know.
I can just see myself being a pro bodybuilder for sure. It's a goal that I'm not going to give up on. I'm going to still do my business, just going to keep pushing. I have goals and aspirations that I'm going to meet.
Do you have like helpers like do you have like helpers like where you at, or I don't know if I asked you that before.
Do I have what?
Like co-workers or anything like that.
I do it all
you
by
by yourself?
Oh no! Oh wow! Okay.
And that's the tough part because in this sport it's not very lucrative sport, especially you competing as an amateur because you got to think about you got to put in the factors of the cost of your suit, the cost of travel, the cost of hair and makeup. Back in the day, when bodybuilding, most of you had only one suit, but you're gonna have at least 2 suits, one for your prejudging, one for your finals. And even if you get a nice suit, it's gonna cost you a nice chunk of change.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna ask her, were you looking for like anybody like to just kind of sort of like put a little money towards sponsoring you, or
That would be amazing. Like
Okay,
I will take it
okay.
wherever I can get it.
Well, like I
right,
said,
right.
this is what you should do. Like a lot of ladies do this, and and it works. It doesn't work. You can put out a GoFundMe, or like if you know any local businesses that would like to sponsor you in the future, like like if you're really friendly good with somebody, like no more than maybe okay, I might need like a couple $100 to pay for my interest fees, or something like okay, to cover my food and travel expenses, something like that, and if they have a product they want to sell, like one ladies back in the day, a lot of ladies used to get paid by these products company, but now most of the time what they do is like they represent that product company, and they have those have the discount codes,
Mm,
Mhm.
and with
mm.
the codes you get a kickback for that. Because
Oh, okay.
so if you know any businesses or somebody who has a like especially any kind of like especially in the fitness world, or just
Well,
something
right
like
now I'm a sponsored athlete through 5%, and then I also am an athlete for
Oh,
combat apparel.
that's what
oh, is it?
Combat Pair does MMA.
Oh,
No, it's Combat Iron apparel, and they just do a lot of like fitness stuff. So you see a lot of my outfits on my Instagram. They're like tactical duckies, or my outfits that say thick as fuck. The one in the background, how it's pink and it says thick as fuck. It's
right.
their line that they have. They have a lot of
I,
stuff. I have another one that says freedom tattoo or fitness freedom and tattoos. No one
okay.
needs to do shit,
Mm.
stuff like that.
Oh, I wanted to say, 5% is Rich Piana. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
That's his. Yeah, that's his.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use
I
all
know.
their stuff.
I know a certain lady also represents as this Natalia Amazonka, or kind of Costa Nova from Russia.
Oh, that's my
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lover.
she does.
she's a lot of people's. She's a big lover. I remember a while back I reached out to her and said, "Will she ever come back to bodybuilding?" She said no, because there's no money in it for her. But
Mm.
she does make her money from a sponsorship, from other stuff. Also, and also she's also on certain what I call them beef meat websites. Like she has an OnlyFans. She has
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
she's also on if you ever heard of it, is a site called Her Biceps.
Yep.
And it's a very popular live stream site. I used to be a member for a good while, but I can't afford it like I used to when I had a real job. But
I have a platform there. I just don't live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Oh,
do?
you do
Okay.
live stream? Okay, I'll check it out.
Well,
But I don't know right now. So
what I did, I just jumped onto your Mad Fitness IG,
Mhm.
and if you let me permit me to, I want to post your Cash App if anybody is interested in maybe donating to you, or
Yeah.
your Venmo.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
put it
I
Yeah.
got
into
you.
I'm gonna put it in the comment section here in the
Thank you for that.
you're welcome. That's what we need to do. We need to support you, ladies. And if it's no more than guys like $10-$20 if you got it.
Hey, it adds up.
Yeah.
it
I'll,
adds
I
up.
even
Yeah, no
throw in
doubt, no
50,
doubt. I could
100.
do
Who
that.
knows? Yeah, I can
I
do that
could.
too. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. Just to get you going, Miss Beefy.
Appreciate
So,
that.
because like I
we
said,
need
that
to,
could be just to buy you a little whey powder. Whey powder costs way more than that, but
Oh,
I think a lot of
jeans.
things people can like I said, when I do like I like when I'm on my channel, when I do this, I always tell people, if you're someone interested in sponsoring an athlete, and genuinely reach out to these ladies, or if you men or women, and say to them, hey, you know what, if you need something from me, let me know. And there's guys out there are kind of funny, and you are a beefy girl, and KL, you might say KL, you can say it, KL, I give it to you, you can say my saying.
What? Say what?
You know my saying, KL.
Yeah, yeah. No dick pics or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. Don't be a widow and stuff like that.
Hey, we'll get
I get it.
reposted.
Yeah, and it's crazy that guys. And the funny thing about is like with you right now, Mary, you're at a point where you're still kind of you're luscious, you're a little rounder, you're a little full of guys like that. But then when the women get more, get that, as they call it, the death face, when the face get dry and sucking in.
Yeah.
And that's what. But then there's us guys who do Well, we find that you live very appealing because you end up, like I said, when your body's like shredded, you got the oil on, you got the tanning on,
Yeah.
you're on the stage, you guy might get a tickle to the pickle. He goes to the bathroom, but
Yes,
you
sir, like me, I'd get that tickle at times.
know,
But
Me,
but just go ahead.
yeah, but you know, but like I said, I
I'm just
think
acting up, Mary. Don't pay me no
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, he can act up. That's his channel. He can act up. But I think what people need to do need to understand that you women, you go through a lot, and and I think if people can understand, like when I did interview lady this morning, talk about how the ups and downs of being a competitor. Sometimes friendships you've lost, you don't get to spend much time. You can't do what you want to do because you want to get to that next level, and you're determined,
yeah.
and it's hard. Your kids can't go and go get a drink with your buddies. You can't go eat here, eat there. So many
Mm.
sacrifices you got to make because you want to be a top level athlete. And many people don't see bodybuilding as like professional football, basketball, all these sports are mainstream. It is
But
a sport.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
it is because
Yeah.
because it is another level of taking your body through something, just like an athlete, on the court or on the field of football can, get, you know, go through something to get hurt just because they're playing that sport. So yeah,
Just not
I don't,
getting
I don't
paid.
get it.
That's so.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, that's the difference. The financial part, and I get that. Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
like they
yeah.
they like spend a lot of money for the sport. It's
Right.
challenging. I mean, like I've learned one of the things that why I brought all the way to George Page, because he has a lot of knowledge and stuff about female bodybuilding and stuff. Something things me I
Right.
can't really kind of I'm just learning. I'm still learning.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just a guy
Yeah.
that I like the women. I post pictures, make video slides and stuff like that. Want to get my YouTube channel and stuff, but he's more knowledgeable. So
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
so
Yeah. Well,
Shout out
like
to
I said,
everything you do.
well, it takes time to and you have to put the work in. And once you understand the process about the
Mm-hmm.
sport, there's some things I learned over time. Stuff
yeah,
that I didn't know from the outside, like stuff ladies tell me. Because, like I said, one thing as a woman, Mary, when you would feel comfortable with somebody, you'll tell when you feel like you feel comfortable telling them what. Because sometimes some women kind of cautious when they share their information and price, especially with a man.
right.
But when they feel comfortable with you and feel that okay, he's not weird, he's not gonna do anything crazy, he's not stalking me or something like that. He's not outside the window saying, "Hey, are you home?" But if when you feel like someone's really genuinely interested in you and have respect for what you do, we committed to the sport, then that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not very easy. That's the task. That's like in Batman, the scene where Batman Begins, where Bruce Wayne had to pick that flower to go to the temple, the
Oh
solitary.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It's
Mhm.
like that. You
Yeah.
just I don't know, like a lot of women, they go through a lot of stuff, and you're not very aware of it, and it's like, what's wrong with her? Like, like why is she not doing enough? Like, yo,
Yeah. Right.
and
Well,
then but then it's like you can't really, like, you don't know what's going on, but you can't get too hooked on it and stuff like that. That's the where I kind of
Nah,
fall
you.
short on. And
Nah,
mhm.
nah.
so,
You.
I just have to try to be more patient and stuff. So,
And also,
Yeah.
like, go ahead,
Oh no, I
Marlon.
was just going to say I get frustrated when they do my man KL at Lay like that a little bit, and I'm like, man, what's up with her? Why she not come on? And I'm like,
yeah,
and then
because
I'm
you don't post
yeah,
it. I don't post it and all this stuff, and it's like, yo, what's come on, man,
See,
like,
see,
but then it's like,
mm,
then it's like, with Mary's situation and certain things, I'm like, oh, okay, all right,
yeah.
let me let
yeah,
me
yeah,
let me try to be
I,
patient, because I don't know
I,
what's going on with her.
I like to say
It's some
personal.
things she probably can't, may not trust me like that. that,
No,
but
it's understandable.
but
Yeah,
I think what we only, I mean, I don't want to use that only human, but the emotion sometimes it messes with you because it's like you kind of focus. You kind of focus in doing it, and then other people like outside, out like my mother, like sometimes she be like she want me to do stuff, and then it's like, look, leave me alone, please. Let me focus on such and such and such, and So, but I mean, it's a lot. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a
yeah,
lot sometimes to reach out to these women
yeah,
because you don't know
yeah.
what issues they got. You know, some of
That's
them
true.
ain't in a really it's kind of screw loose. If you know what I'm
Mm,
saying,
One
but I
thing,
got
one
my
thing like
own
this.
issues. I got my own issues as well. So, but
Well,
you
one
know,
thing you have to understand, they deal with a lot of people, a lot of cranks, a lot of people approaching them really sideways, and they got the guard up. Sometimes there
mm,
are some women a bit flaky. That's
right?
truthfully. But what I learned is like I'm not going to spend more time than I necessarily on anybody. There's
mm.
always like this. Hey, there's always more fish in the sea, and you
Yeah.
move
Right.
on. You
Yeah,
focus.
that
You
that
don't.
ain't always easy all the time, George. I'm
No, no, no,
keeping
no,
it
no, no,
real.
no, 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 no,
That's
no, no,
like
no,
that's
no, no,
like
no.
that's
Stop,
like
stop, stop,
trying to
stop, stop.
talk. No,
Stop
no.
right there.
Hello,
No, no,
hello,
no,
hello,
no, no. I said,
hello,
no, I don't
hello,
care. They gonna listen to this like this.
hello. I'll mute
This
you.
point
Don't
like
mess with me.
no,
Don't. I
I don't
will
care
mute
about
you.
messing with you.
Don't mess with
But
me.
I'm gonna give you a point right
Don't
here.
don't
Wait,
do it.
before you
Don't
start
do
saying
it.
those excuses, wait a minute. Before you start saying excuses, it's you say it's not easy, but it is. You make it difficult for
No,
yourself.
it's not.
By
It's
putting,
not.
no,
It's
no,
not
no, no,
easy.
no, no, no,
I
no, no.
got the right to say that. That's my
Yes, you
opinion.
do. You do. But the
All
fact
right
is,
then. So what
you
you
but
saying?
it is easy. See, I can tell you, son, I've worked for women for a long time. And Mary,
That's
this is true about
you.
me.
That's you.
I used to
I've
work,
worked under women, and some
I
of them
worked
drove
under
me
and with
crazy.
them.
That so come
I
on, stop
worked.
telling me. Come on, yo. How you gonna tell
That's
me what
that's
you? I
you.
done heard it. You done worked in the strip club and all this stuff. But I don't want to. I don't want to fuss in front of Mary because
Yeah, I know.
we going
Yeah.
crazy.
But like I said, it's
Uh,
not. It may not be easy, but sometimes you can make it. Like you feel like when somebody's at the point where you know what, I'm not wasting my time with them. I got to
Right.
move on.
Yeah,
And
I
sometimes,
could understand that. I could
yeah.
understand that.
And in
But
some situation, I had women chasing after me, saying, "Hey, we're gonna do the interview." So, well, I was waiting on you because I got other
Mm.
people that really
Wow.
my time is valuable to me. And
right.
sometimes women they be like this. When you're the ones doing the chasing, they usually say, "Yeah, I'm like this. I'm gonna drag them out a little bit." But when you're not doing the chasing, we say, I'm not gonna bother with you. I might call, check you every now and then, but you know what? Waste my time. But they say, "Hey," they might reach out to you later. Say, "You know what? I was waiting on you." Say, "Well, I was waiting on you because you know what? I got busy things. I don't got nothing to do. I got free time, but." I let them know, say, you know what, I was waiting. I got people I got to move on to. I got this person want to talk. Sometimes women
Hmm.
are like any woman. It could be female bodybuilders or just any women in particular. It's tough sometimes, but you got to know when to, hit it and to quit it and to
Yeah, I
roll
hear
on.
that. I hear that. I'll get back to you on that one.
You get
I
back to me.
get back
You
to
get to me.
I
I,
get back
I,
to you on
I,
that one.
I. But like I said, we go back to the love of Miss Mary and give her thoughts and her experience,
How
especially.
should
You know,
in your and like how do you socialize with people as a bodybuilder? If I could ask you that question, I don't know.
My circle's really small, especially with everything that's kind of like happened. I have some friends that I work out with at the gym. I'll see them at the gym. We check in with each other. Other than that, I
That's
go to
good.
work, go to the gym, come home. I spend time with my
Right,
cats. Every now and then I'll go out. Like this weekend is Father's Day, so I'm gonna go see my dad. Next weekend,
Oh,
I go
great.
apple
okay.
partying just to go do something fun.
Yeah, I seen
That'll
like
be great.
Instagram, like one of your Instagram reels, like your cat, one of your cats died, or I
Yeah,
think it got.
that was very hard. My cat actually
Oh,
passed away in my lap 10 days after my birthday last
oh.
year.
I'm sorry to hear
oh,
that. My
I'm so
condolences for the little guy.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
kind of
poor
got
little guy.
yeah. I decided to home hospice him instead of just putting him down at the vet's office. I let him die
Mm,
naturally, kept him medicated. He lived out the rest of his life. He was very happy. But
Wow.
that's the reason why I immediately jumped into prep is because I needed something to focus on. So that right there, I wasn't emotionally well when I got into prep. And so I didn't give time
mm,
to mourn or really to get over it. It was 10 days after my birthday, so it was September 25th when it happened. I started prep October 1st.
So you just went like right in,
and I dove in hard face first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I think what it is, I can understand, like, when you lose somebody that close to you, like when my mama passed, I was doing this stuff before I was taking care of her for a long time. She was sick. And I was doing this stuff. I wasn't doing interviews yet, but then I said, you know what? I don't got nothing else to do. I don't got her to worry about anymore. I got me to worry about. Let me do something I always wanted to do. And I reached out to my first lady, took some time, got the interviews, and ever since then, I just enjoyed doing interviews. I enjoy, like, when I do my lives, I had Kaya come on. I have Rondo come on. And we love talking about you ladies. I have a thing where I do every Monday is Muscle Talk Mondays. We talk about what's going on in sport and bodybuilding, what needs to be done. I just did a live stream.
I've been missing that lately.
Yeah.
I've been working.
Yeah, I understand. I don't worry about work anymore. But me, Kale, we do a lady who's she's an amateur. She just turned pro last year at the Olympia, and we talk about how criteria is changing in the sport of bodybuilding, how they want to bring in weight classes and high classes for men's physique, but not for this is where how we talk about how the line between physique and women's bodybuilding are really getting thin. Where as amateur, you can either do physique or women's bodybuilding. I've seen a lady who even competes as a wellness competitor and even do physique. It's just it's about what fits for you. And like I said, you want to start with physique, which is I think it's a good way to start. Some ladies, especially if you're a certain body type, you're a little bit thicker. Yeah, physique and women's bodybuilding is the best choice for you. When you're a little younger, a little more leaner, maybe bikini, you go to figure, and then eventually go to physique. And sometimes it's not the process of yourself as an athlete and then where you go and how far you go in the future.
I agree with that. It is a process to know where to start. Luckily for me, I have a lot of mass and I'm very balanced that I can just start at physique. Anything lower, I'm too big for. I'm too much to do figure. And so for me, because of how balanced I am between the ratio of lower and upper, physique is the ideal category for me.
And she is massive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm tiny.
He's tiny. Yeah.
I'm under 5 foot. I'm under 5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. Like women short, they're thick and stuff.
Yeah, because shorter girls will pack on a little bit more muscle density compared to the taller women because you have longer, extremities, longer arms. There's one of the shortest bodybuilders right now. There's a dwarf female bodybuilder.
Yeah.
But one of the shortest. Yeah. One of the shortest.
I didn't get what you said.
It's a dwarf female bodybuilder.
Oh yeah, I think a dwarf.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Right.
One of the shortest Olympia competitive level for your bodybuilders right now is Michaela Aycock, and she's like 4'11".
I am 4'11".
Yeah.
And I thought you were at least 5'3", maybe.
4'11".
4'11".
Oh wow. 4'11". Oh wow. You that short.
But her physique, it took a lot of time because Michaela was physique. I think she was figure, she was physique, and it's about also what she's taking. I follow Michaela Aycock. I even talked about her on my channel before.
Yeah.
And
I've seen a lot of her.
Yeah. She has that kind of physique where she's very heavy on top, very low. It's kind of
I can explain.
Yeah, because she's kind of blocking the top, but then because she's much shorter, the muscle's really more confined in between her quads and her lower half.
Right.
Best way to say it.
Yeah, she's like, wow. She's like, if I could say the word brolic, like she is big. Like, I'm looking at the pictures. It's like, wow. Like, how hard do you want to get? Like, do you want to get to that level of hardness?
I do want to do female bodybuilding that's my end goal. And so, I do want to grow more, but once again, if it compromises my femininity, no, I want to still be feminine.
Right.
Yeah. I remember, months back, I was, interviewing a woman, and she's from Romania, and she was telling me that it was to a point she took hormones and stuff. and
Right.
she felt more masculine than feminine.
Mhm.
It was like
Wow.
so she kind of like fell back with it. Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was a lot she was telling me. Like I was like, okay.
You know what? You know what's interesting, Kelly? That she's to me that's the first woman like that has actually said that has actually admitted that to you
Yeah,
like
not
that.
too many, because not too many. Well, I don't interact with ones that do admit it, but
Hmm.
like I've watched interviews and some of them are very sensitive to that.
Yep.
So, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
she just spit fire. She was like, I just let her say what she had to
Wow.
say, and she was like, I felt masculine.
Mm,
I felt.
mm.
I mean, because you do have like masculine traits. It's like I don't know. I guess that's why people get turned off by it. Like
Mhm.
even when
Mm.
female bodybuilders was on TV and stuff like that, or being interviewed, people would like boo them and stuff. Like I remember like
Oh yeah.
Jenny Jones. Like
Right.
she would like interview like female bodybuilders, and there
I
was
remember
one
that.
woman she was like she got on the mic and told this bodybuilder, she was like, you look like a man. She- like no
Oh yeah,
hesitation.
yeah. I remember that.
The woman was like the bodybuilder was like really humble about it. She ain't say anything. So I mean it's like
Yeah.
it, yeah, I mean I I do understand like the stigma with it, but I know that I, I s- I see like I see the appealing part of it.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
it,
Me
yeah,
too. Oh man.
Yeah,
I see the appealing part of it.
the thing is, people, whenever people see something that's not what they consider, typical or just
Right,
anything out of the ordinary. Like it
right,
could be
Mm.
just, it could be female bodybuilders, it could be transgender, it could be
right.
a guy
Mm.
wearing a diaper, anything that just not,
Yeah,
the ordinary, or something that's just out of, their what its standards of what is
Actually have that.
considered. Yeah, because the standard is considered, you know, just, how, what's the word for it? Um, just
Morbidly weird or morbidly, I don't know.
anything that's out of the ordinary.
Yeah. It's
right,
Mm.
not your typical normal.
Yeah, if it's not anything typical normal, people
What,
either, you have people going to be, the majority of everyday John Q and Jane Q public, they're not going to like it because
well,
it's
right.
you know,
something,
mhm.
it's something that
Well,
they're
here,
not used to.
yeah, but here's my one question: if they are out here pushing ladies like Lizzo, why can't they push the female body? I mean,
Because the thing
That's a
is,
good
like,
question. That's a
here's the
good
thing about
question.
that. This thing about Lizzo, even though she is a much larger woman, she's still a
She could
woman,
sing, and
and
she
she
Hmm.
can
could
sing.
sing.
Yeah,
okay,
see,
okay,
like,
yeah,
you can talk junk about somebody who's a bodybuilder, but you can't talk about somebody who's fat. Because
uh,
I can tell you the truth
Yeah,
about
that's
being a
true.
fat
That's
person,
true.
it does hurt our feelings. But because society is more acceptable to it, and especially America, it's one of probably the most obese country in the world.
right.
True.
It's a little bit more acceptable. I mean, like I said, before
Mm,
my mother passed, I was almost 500 pounds. Now
mm,
I am right about three. Last time I went to my doctor, 396, 394. I
okay.
mean, it took a long
Uh,
time, and there I had my fallbacks. I mean, I still like to eat Chinese food.
Well,
That's
right.
what made you get to that size? If I could ask you.
well, most of it because bad eating habits. One of
Mm,
my job, I work late at night and I eat after work, or then just, and then food is just, especially dealing with my mother. Food is just a comfort. You
mm,
Yeah,
know,
right.
Comfort food for sure.
yeah, yeah, cook for, like, especially my mom used to cook. Oh, my mom used to cook mean. But then, sometimes stress of dealing with her stuff and stress of other stuff, and then
Right.
you just, find food is like anything, like a drug, any drug.
right.
You
It
know,
is.
it maybe it's more legal than alcohol and cigarette
Mm,
smoking. And you get it. Like where I live at, I live in a small town, and there's not a lot of fast food places to go to.
Right.
That's
Like,
oh, okay.
fast food is one thing.
Mm,
And, you go to like McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, you used to love eating those McDonald's French fries because that's before they
mm,
changed before they changed the oil. And a nice little cookie or something like that, or or something. Especially if you go to a family outing and they're cooking,
Oh yeah.
good food. It's like my aunt just had a birthday party last Saturday. She had
Oh.
uh, tossed salad, had sweet potato, not sweet potato. She had no, not sweet potato pie. She had a banana pudding, had ribs, hamburgers. That I just ate a piece of chicken and a very small beef dog. And that's it. Just
That's
something.
Man,
good self-control right there.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that
That's
was.
good self
That was.
control.
That was. I mean, I don't eat potato salad. I never liked potato salad. I've never been a potato salad person. But that
Oh.
banana pudding, it was calling my name, man. It was
I was
calling.
calling my name.
Oh.
It was calling my name.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Give me. Miss Beefy's like, yeah, give me definitely let me
I'm
get some of
telling you,
that.
like I
man,
said,
I'm
man,
hungry.
I know,
yeah,
man. Oh, that sounded real.
I wanted Mary to kind of
Mhm.
like explain explain how she what made her get overweight and you know
Emotional eating and just
okay.
not really knowing better than that. I wasn't as active. I used to be active when I was younger and everything was fine, but then I had health issues. And then at that point
Mm.
in time, I had a lot of severe anxiety and depression. And so I would emotionally eat. And then from there, I got into heavily drinking. And it wasn't until
Mm.
I
Oh.
really was like, I
Oh.
need to make a change.
Mm.
And started going to the gym, found out about food, learned about nutrition, and just went with it. And I have not looked back. I
Wow.
Okay.
absolutely love it.
yeah,
Mhm.
Wow.
that's good.
That's good. I mean, congratulations. I don't. Did you go? Did you have to go to like sobriety? What was it that bad with the drinking or?
Oh, it was really bad. I was an alcoholic. I
Oh.
actually have been sober for 5 years, but with what I told him about what I was going through and why it was so hard to get a hold of me, I actually ended up relapsing in March.
Mm. Okay.
This March recently.
Yes,
Oh,
this
okay.
March.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Just
It,
about a few months.
yeah,
Mm.
it was really rough on me. So I ended up drinking in March and a little bit in April, but I haven't touched it since. Got
Okay.
back to being sober. It
I,
just
that's something I never had. I grew with family. I got family members that do like to drink. There are alcoholics, family members, and especially immediate family members and cousins and stuff like that. But
Mm.
that's something
Yeah.
I never had a taste for
Right.
because I used to work at the club. I used to work at a gas station. Worst smell I ever smelled when I dropped a thing of King Cobra. Oh, I
Keep
mean,
going. Oh.
see, there's certain kind of
Hey,
things.
ball.
King Cobra, Old English, that's gut rock liquor for you hard drinkers. If
Mm.
you were like a young girl, you like to drink those little Zimas or the fruity drinks. But if you just somebody,
I drink one of those every day.
no,
yeah,
mine is
Not a lot
Highland
though.
whiskey.
yeah,
Yeah.
the old cats that like to drink, um, um, E&J and maybe
Oh.
some
Oh.
natural light.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, and gin and juice. Yeah.
J and apple juice. Now that's a good one.
Mm.
Oh
I
man.
never went that further. I mean, I remember one time I drunk and I was kind of like, down and out. And I was in the train station. I was drunk. And I remember one time, like, I stayed in the last stop. And I remember this lady was telling me, like, last stop. And I blew a kiss at her. And
Oh.
so I'm just serious. Like, and then that's why. I mean, I tried weed, but I was kind of going crazy and stuff. Like, I would
Mm.
repeat people's name all the time and stuff like that, and I wasn't really in a good environment at the time. So
Mm.
I had to
Mm.
be like, nah, let me stay away from these drugs. But I noticed, like it would relax me, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had to find other ways to relax me, and I did like
That's
meditation or
that's true.
yoga and all that stuff like that. And then, I did something else totally
Yeah.
different, because sometimes, like a lot of things, it kind of drive you to that point of stressfulness. Because sometimes I overeat at times too, and to a point
Mm.
where, I get stressed out. I'm not work. There be moments where I'm not working, or, a lot of things just kind of crop on you and
Right.
stuff. It do mess with you, and I do kind of understand, but I never really went to that far extent. I remember there's a person that I worked with, and he was a drug addict at one point, and he kind of stopped. But like certain things, it kind of, I don't know. He got sick and he passed away and stuff like that. But he was trying to do the right thing and stuff. So I've always had somebody that kind of dealt with things like drugs or heart attack or stuff like that. But I never really went to that extent. The only type of crazy thing I've dealt with was homelessness, jails, and other institutions. That's all I had to, and I had to kind of race myself. I had to do better for myself.
Yeah.
That's what I could say.
That's something I never ever experienced because, like I said, I always had my brothers and sisters. If I didn't have a place to stay, most of my mom with most of my life, and if I had a place to stay, I could either go to my brothers and sisters. That's something we we're close bonded family. I think I never ever felt like I was ever homeless. I always had a place to go if I needed a place to go. But
that's good.
It's good that and it's tough that there's days where, especially when it can be hard on you, and especially when you're dealing with somebody who's sick, like a family member, and like I was taking care of my mom, and sometimes, and then like I said with Mary, the relapses happen, and I had relapses myself. Sometimes there'd be times where I just like this afternoon I had a nutty buddy, so it's just but
the boy
it's just that you just wanted something with a little taste to it because sometimes food can't. Like CT Fletcher said, like you don't want to taste, motherfucker. It don't taste good. Just eat it.
He's right. He's right.
But then the thing is, when something tastes good, you like the taste of it, and especially if it could be alcohol, it could be food, it could be drugs, it could be sex. If
I didn't drink for the taste, I drank for the aftermath because I just didn't want to remember. I drank to forget. I drank to
forget.
And to deal with the mental part of life. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I relapsed. I was telling people like it's too much, and not a lot of people took me seriously. They're like, "You're strong, you'll get through it." You don't tell somebody that when they're reaching out for help. Like
exactly. No. Never.
And that's what everyone kept coming back to me is, "You'll be okay. You'll get through this. You're strong." And I'm like, thanks. I'm reaching out for help. I'm right there in the edge. That's the worst thing you can say to somebody.
Wow. Can I ask you something? Do you like kind of I'm just putting it out there. Do you like have like a spirituality type base, like a religion or something that could help you or anything like that? I don't know. Like I'm just putting it out there for you.
I have my own faith system. It's not like I believe in one religion or not. There's a lot of commonalities, and so I do believe in religion. I can't say that I'm super.
It don't have to be religion, like I probably said it spirituality, because I don't go to church or anything like that. I just
I have my beliefs, and they do get me through. It's just when you come to a point to where it's literally just too much to handle, to where my therapist even dropped me as a client because there was too much going on that she wasn't able to even help me at that point in time. There was just so much at once.
Oh yeah, I mean, because I'm in therapy. I'll admit, because of childhood divorce and stuff that affected me. But anyway, but no, wow, she didn't want to take you on anymore because it was a bit much for her, I guess.
It wasn't helping, and that's the issue. We've been trying, but because of what I was going through, it was just too much that every time I would come see her, it was like starting back over from the beginning, and to where she gave me an ultimatum, and I didn't agree with it, so we ended up having to part ways.
And this was your counselor? This was your counselor or something? I'm sorry.
My therapist.
Your therapist? Oh, okay. Wow. Therapists don't help too much. I don't think therapists help me. I remember one time I had a therapist.
It's not for everybody.
No, it's not. It's not.
You just got to find
I've been in therapy for 4 years, and it's helped so much. I'm in EMDR and trauma therapy because I have a lot of childhood trauma, and so I have complex stress disorder. So therapy has helped do wonders for me. It's just with what's happened last year and then everything that has built up throughout this year, it was just too much going on. I was missing too many sessions. It was to the point to where we had to end because it wasn't abusive for both of us. It wasn't
Right.
like she had to fire me or anything. No, we ended up having to part ways just because she wasn't giving me the help that I needed, and I wasn't open to receiving that help anymore because I'm really shut down from everything that's happened.
Right.
Yeah.
The relapse took a number out of me just because of I relapsed. Like, that sucked. That was a personal thing that really hit me low. And then going back and putting myself in the same situations, knowing what I was doing, but it couldn't stop because it was more of an addictive cycle at that point in time.
Yeah.
It just took a number on me to where we had to take a break. We're supposed to readdress our situation later this month to see if we are wanting to get back and do therapy. If not, we're going to do it later on this year. But, every break, every now just to see.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best.
No, you're
I
right.
didn't realize that you was going through that. I mean, yeah.
It's good.
I don't go around airing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm learning from you on that too.
Sometimes you don't really
Mary.
know what a person dealing with.
Unless
you
somebody,
just
his thing is, if unless that person, like she said, really reaches out for help, she was reaching out to people that she knew, and
that's fucked up.
And that those are the people that you rely on. But sometimes you will get more help from a stranger than people that are closer.
George is right.
Your own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
But it's all you simply have to do is it's just simply just sitting and listening to somebody. And maybe you don't have to solve their problem. You can give your thoughts, and they can hear from you, and then they can go whichever way they want. Wherever you can give somebody advice, but it's up to them how they're going to take the advice. And it's up to them what way they want to go. Now, therapy doesn't work for everybody, but sometimes it's about finding the right person that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it's like anything, like any kind of relationship. It can start off good. You have your honeymoon stage, and then eventually, you have that stage where you sleep on the couch.
I keep hearing that.
But but once you find the right people, because like I said, there's been times where I have relationships with these ladies, and we talk on the phone. We just talk about stuff, what they're going through, what they're talking about. And sometimes there's been times I had good long conversations. Then maybe we just talk about something, just basically just talking. It's just sometimes it's just women compared to men. We're even though we're the same species, we're the same race. We're both humans with different species.
Yes.
And it's about that's the point about it. And it's about how each species reacts to mental issues and how they want. Men, we are taught to bite down. You can't do this. You can't do. You gotta be a man. You gotta stand up.
Yeah. My dad was like that too.
But sometimes as men, we need the help. And if it just talk to another man or sometimes you simply just talk to your woman and tell her if she's a good woman. You say like, honey, I see what you're going through, and that's all it takes. Mental. Like I say, if they're like this, it's a saying.
But that's how I want to be.
If the body's not willing, if the mind's not, it's not going. Your body can be willing,
correct,
but if your mind's not going, it's not going to all fit together. Remember when what's the face when God, I forgot her name. I know her name, the gymnast, where she didn't want to do the routine.
Simone Biles,
yeah.
Oh, Simone, yeah.
We were talking about, but it's like this: if your mind's not willing, what's the point of putting your body through it and then hurting yourself? But she popped that.
I think a lot of times, people had an issue with it because if it was a man, they'd be crucified. They didn't want to do it. If with a woman, they have like privileges and stuff. I mean, which is true, but we're all human. We in different ways. We kind of have our own suffering, if I could say that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you're right. I totally agree. Yeah. I just wish women were a little bit more open, a little more talkative, because they act like they don't want to talk sometimes. But this Beefy has proved me wrong.
The problem is, us men, we're not reciprocal. We're not the emotional ones. Women can be. It's all dependent on the man. Some men are more the old-fashioned, basically like this. We're like Conan. We question the image, see the gender for you, and hit the nomination of the women. That's the mentality of some men. Some men, if we're kind of touchy-feely, emotional, we're not that. If you're kind of like, I'm not saying I know I'm a beta, but that's the thing is, I ain't go alpha. I'm not no, push around. I'm not gonna like push this
No.
take it. No,
No, you like me, George. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a little bit laid back, a little bit more, just if you want to talk about it, I don't have a problem. I listen, and I might give my thoughts on it, and you share your thoughts. And then we can
Right.
see what we can do. If you need the help, if I can't do it for you, maybe we can find somebody who can.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like an old song, like I'm a true man. I'm a man because I go to work.
right. That's isn't that what's his name? Alexander O'Neal. Yeah.
That's a classic.
Okay.
I didn't hear my age right now, Miss Mary. I'm like one time a while back. I got a partner. He was at New York and he saw Andrea Shaw and took a picture of Andrea. And he's cool. I like him.
Yeah.
I got stalkerish, and I even put it in my IG where I took a picture of him and Andrea, and I played that song from Orange Juice Jones. I saw you and him walking in the rain.
I know that song. I don't know the guy who sings it, but I know that song.
Oh man,
I don't know why you was jealous. It's not like you went out on a date on with her.
Well, that's you. That was my woman.
That ain't your
That's
woman.
George's
You just
woman. That's
like
George.
her. That's it.
That's my
you just
woman.
like her, bro. Like, come on, man.
That's my woman.
I'm like, that ain't your woman.
Because Andrew Shaw, the guy just got in prison. She's my girl. She my girl. She my girl.
You ain't right.
Right.
You just found this out. I got the Joker is my. You realize I'm been on crazy, man.
Yeah.
You seeing that now?
Hey, you know what? I hope Andrea Shaw does come on your show. I hope she gets wind of it.
If she do, I'm gonna be like, I'd be happier than a pig in
He'll be over
slop.
the moon.
Okay.
I'm like that. Remember that? It was the skit with Michael. What's face is Adita from I'd be happy to look at it springtime.
Well, any thoughts? Any thoughts? Anybody, Mary? I don't know what else to ask. I don't want to take a hostage or anything like that.
Oh, Mary, one question.
We're here for the ladies. We want to hear. Great guys, we want to hear from the ladies. Let's hear from the ladies.
Okay.
What's your question?
Why I had one, but
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, one thing I wanted to ask, Mary, like I said, when I can, I'll, want to put a little something in, in your, in your Cash App or whatever, whatever helps you. And at the same time, were you thinking about eventually getting with one of the fellow ladies in the industry to help train you or just do something with you? Or
actually, I reached out to a new pro. Let me pull up her name. I can't remember her name right off the bat, but I reached out to her already, and she says when I'm ready, she will take me on immediately.
Okay.
You guys
That's
will
great.
know her. Let me get to the message.
Okay.
She is a beast.
Oh. Okay. So she's no. She's okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going through my Instagram real quick to pull up her name, but I have so many different messages, so bear with me.
Awesome.
I spoke to her last week, so she's from Russia.
Okay.
Anastasia Kobaleva.
I think her name starts with a K, but yeah.
Okay.
It's right here. Korbaleva?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The big, the young. She is. Anastasia just actually she's like Anastasia Kobaleva.
Oh, yeah, her.
Kobaleva.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
She is huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I follow her on social media. I used to talk with her a little bit. My OIG hack. I was hoping maybe get her English has got a little better in the last few years. She's been to the Romanian Most Fest a couple of times, top 5, one time.
She's like what? Women's Most Muscular, yeah.
Right now,
Oh
as a
wow,
competitor,
she is. Okay.
she is the most muscular as a competitor right now because most muscular overall is Anastasia.
Yeah, she's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh
The other
wow.
is Natalia Italian Armazanka. She's the most muscular as a woman, but as a competitor, yeah, Anastasia is the most muscular as a competitor right now. And
Wow.
I know she did Romania. She didn't do as good as she did the last time. She's not. I think she's just not even 30 yet.
Okay.
Jesus.
No, because when she got her pro card, she was just 24, and that's been about
Hmm.
3 or 4 years.
Been doing this since she was a kid. She got into powerlifting and then moved into
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
She's
Because
been in this realm for a very long time.
she was living in Russia, but then she moved to Romania because now it's tough for a lot. There's another Russian competitor. She hadn't competed in a while because they a lot of sanctions against the Russians, and it's hard for a lot of them. So that's why she
Oh
moved.
yeah.
Yeah, she was living in Russia. She'd been living in Romania the last 2 or 3 years. Her and her wife, and she is a beast. She's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go check out my channel. I got some video clips of her working out.
I watch them all the time because I follow her and she follows me, so I love it. But
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
that's good. That's good. That's
Called
cool.
me
Yeah.
as soon
Well,
as I get cleared. As soon as
were
I'm
you gonna be?
cleared, she'll take me.
Were you
I
gonna
know-
be? You're gonna be getting good, good advice from the best. So
I'm gonna be in good hands for sure.
yeah, right,
Keep getting
right.
in. And like I said,
Yeah.
she's the one. She's about size. She also posts a lot of advice now. That's why I say her English has got a lot better since she started.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think she has a niche to her, and I think that helps her out. I hope she eventually does get her Olympic qualification sometime soon. If she can do, remember one time I was talking to her. She was planning on doing the Portugal Pro, but she backed out of that show, and that's why she just did the Romanian and the Europa that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, thank you for that answer. I thought you were. At first, I didn't want to ask. I know you said you didn't really want anybody to, training you right now at the moment or whatever. That's what it kind of sounded like, and I was like, well, you got to work with somebody that's going to get you that next level. I said, I just wanted to ask. I was just curious, but yeah.
Right now, because there's no point in actively training because I'm going to be down for 12 weeks. I'm not going to be
right.
At that point, because it's just going to be cardio and nutrition. I can handle that myself. But as soon as I'm ready to go to that next level, I've already reached out to her. I've already covered all my bases. And that's because I'm coming in hot. When I can actually come back and compete, I'm going to do it at no cost this time. Like, I'm going in hard. Wow. I found one of the best coaches that she actually knows what she's doing. I've watched the results that she does with her other clients. She is very, very, just knowledgeable with nutrition and with the way that the body mechanics works and the way she actually takes health serious into where knowing that I've already had some health issues and the fact that she wants to make sure that everything is taken care of. She's going to listen to her clients versus some coaches just pushing you through things. And that's what happened with my last coach was amazing. And I'm not disregarding her at all. We didn't mix well with the injury I got, the heart attack that I had and everything that happened.
Right.
It was just a misunderstanding with how much my body actually fell apart after that heart attack. The heart attack caused so much inflammation in my body. It caused old injuries to come back just because of the inflammation. To where there was just a misunderstanding with what I was able to do as hard as I was still trying to push. I never really even gave myself recovery time because I was still trying to make my coach happy to still push it and to keep what she was asking. And that's the issue. It's at that point in time, I should have came first. My health should have came first, not
exactly.
You need to do this. You need to do that. So ultimately it wasn't a good fit, but she's a phenomenal coach and I will never discredit her for that. It's just, for what happened to me, we didn't mix well. And so now talking to somebody who understands that, this has serious side effects. Health is a really big, important factor for this. And someone who actually wants to work with your body versus pushing your body through things. That's what I'm excited for. And she's very affordable, surprisingly.
Yeah. Anastasia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Also, are you working with Any posing coaches or right now?
Nope. I do it
I
all
was
myself.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need some advice, one person I recommend, I'm a big fan of hers. She lives around Oregon, where I think she moved back to Oregon a while back, and she's a legend. That is Sheeta Black. You
Okay.
know,
Mm.
she's originally from that area around Oregon, like that. I would say jump on her social media. She's trained with she worked with a lot of women recently, and reach out to her, and maybe
Okay.
if I think she's because her and sister they have their own store. We sell supplements and stuff like that.
I remember
Follow
her.
her,
Yeah.
just jump on her IG, maybe talk to her, maybe get some critiques, and maybe and when things get to a point where you might need that little push, Sheila Black is pretty good. Another one is Mela Ash. She does
Mm.
posing. Also, there's Danielle you
Damn.
Real Lois Lane. I know her.
I know who you're talking
I
about.
think you
I know who you're
you
talking about. She's amazing. I follow her
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Oh.
And also, there's also Janine Lakowski and a couple others. I think also,
Mm.
Rolando just mentioned Christina Mendoza. She was helping
Yeah.
Asha Hadley with her proposal. So I would say just like if you're not ready for a coach for full time, maybe just send some video, get some critiques from these ladies. Maybe they can tell you what you need to do, how you might refine your posing, because posing
That's a
does
good
help
idea.
you in how
Posing's
you
like
wear your
90%
place.
of it when you're on stage. It doesn't matter how well you're chiseled and how well you're tied in. It's about how you can show it off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
If
it.
your posing's trash, it doesn't matter if you're the best one out there. You're not going to
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's
Now that
always,
I did not know.
so
Okay.
those are names I will recommend for you. Check them out. Sheila probably good because I think she's still in the Oregon area because that's where she's family. Her Swiss
we
sister
got
has goes there. Sherry,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Now I was just gonna read the comment. Chuck Norris, much love to Miss Beefy.
Thank you.
Oh, is the real one? Okay. Hey.
Chuck Norris. Hey Chuck, what was it like fighting Bruce Lee? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think it's the real Chuck Norris,
I
but
know,
I'm
but
just,
you know.
you know,
Yeah, but I think those are good recommendations for working your posing because I'm with this. You always gonna be a coach for your posing, coach for your working out, this and that.
Mm.
But you got Anastasia working with your everything else, your aesthetics. But you most definitely, I would say, just reach out to those ladies, send them like a clip or a video, something like that. Richard Daniels, that's what I'm talking about. And
Richard Daniels. Okay.
yeah, the
I
real
know
Lois
about him
Lane.
too.
Yeah, that's who is real Lois Lane, Richard Daniels. And maybe some will get back to you, some may not, but if they can just give you just basically asking, what do I need to do? What kind of advice you give me? And then if it gets to the point where just if you feel like, hey, you might need to get that next level and get that coach, I would say go ahead and do it. Because if you want to get this, you want to do well in the sport, you need every little tool to help you.
Yes.
As you know.
Correct.
I got a question like for Mary. What body part have you improved like this year? And
When I was leaning out, I actually lost a lot of size in my glutes. I did a lot of glute focusing and I grew my ass a little bit.
Oh,
okay.
And it's good. Also remember the hardest. I think often ladies say the hardest body part to work out is the back because you can't.
My back is good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's good. I heard sometimes that's either the backs or mostly a good number of backs. But if you have a great back, that can win you or place you in a show. Because one of the people that Teresa Vasic, no legs, great back and shoulder.
Who's that again?
Teresa Vasic. I reached out to her to talk with her and stuff because I just wanted to know her thoughts on the competition and stuff. So maybe you might want to hop on with me, George, because since I know you got a lot of you got a lot of thoughts on that. So if she reaches back to me, I don't know, whatever.
I wouldn't hold you back on her. But okay. But like I said, why give my advice for you, Kale? Focus on the ones who really want to, share their stories. That's
no problem, no doubt. They just gotta, be willing. That's it. I can't force them and be like, it's gonna drive me crazy.
And that's why
I don't want that to do.
Yeah, that's why you just go ahead and move on to the next one. It's like this, like man, it's
Yeah.
on to the next one, like Jay-Z said.
You know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
with women, with women, I wasn't always that. If I talk to one and they gave me a hard time, I'll just kind of like fall back a bit, and then probably talk like once in a while. I'll talk to another one. Maybe they might give, they may gave me some play action. I don't know, but that's how I
No,
am
but
with women. So
This no offense to Mary. Women can be catty, and
Yeah.
yeah,
No, women are
Mm.
catty.
yeah,
Not we
women can
can
be.
be. We are.
Okay, yeah, because if they see
oh,
something, if one woman sees something good in a man that they turn down, they're gonna want. It's just like this, You could be the ugliest mofo in the world, and if you get maybe a decent looking woman to pay attention to you, all the
Mm.
other women will be like, what she sees in him, she
Yeah,
can have
I've
anything she
experienced
mm,
wants.
that. I've experienced that. I know
She
that
can
one.
have anything
I've
she wants.
experienced that.
And for like this, women like cats. They like to bury their own shit. Guys, we put our shit out there.
Yeah,
We're like dogs.
we're the dogs.
Oof,
I get it.
oof, oof.
Yeah.
I got the dog. Give
maybe I'm a little bit too much, but I'm like every time when I've done that, I'm like Clyde. I fall back too. I don't know. I've just never really been,
I've never been that type of guy. I don't, I'll just
Mm.
let you. I don't push up on you too much. But if you feel like you can have a conversation, we're cool, and we have a good time, and we
That's
can,
why there were more women like Mary. Come on, come on. At
I
some
just
point.
want that Mary. You got that Mary Jane.
I think that's before her time, man.
It's yeah,
oh,
yeah. Rick James, bitch.
yeah, you never know. She might be dabbling in old school,
Exactly.
music.
You don't know. I was
Yeah,
raised very, very.
I don't. You're right. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just. It's just. I'm
We
just
say,
Find
we
saying.
out.
say, like, what you saying? We say Mary.
I'm very diverse.
Yeah, it's good to be
My
diverse.
parents,
That's cool.
they raised me with a lot of culture. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to be
Okay.
diverse
That's
and
great.
open because
That's
what, if you just you learn a lot more when you open yourself up to different
Right.
side situations. You learn a lot more.
Right. Well, anybody else got some thoughts? Or Mary, you got some thoughts? Or anybody? I don't know. But
I just want to tell Mary, congratulations on your journey, and hopefully we'll be right there with you to see how it,
Yeah.
I mean, we
know,
gotta redo
turn.
this call in a couple of months so I can show you the girls.
Oh, we
okay.
Oh,
don't show too much.
All right.
oh man,
Yeah.
that's
I'm not
gonna
gonna
be
show you, but
it's gonna be
I know. We get
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you.
hey, like I said, hey, like I said again, I'm not a be all titty man. I'm like my man Billy Gut. I'm an ass man, but I like a nice pair of I like titty. That's how it is.
I'm a leg
ah.
man. I'm a leg man and an ass man too. So
Mhm. Yeah, you don't have to be made west, but just enough where it doesn't. Yeah, there's some women I pick on. Like I really cool. I say, yeah, you're like one chick I know. She said, you got to you might make me want to go walk about bow on you. Dun 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 like Rocky.
Oh Lord, I get.
yeah.
You gotta cut me, Nick. You gotta cut me.
Well, but I think that's a wrap. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to take too much of your time, Mary, but thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But we,
appreciate it, man. I mean, it's good luck to you. That's all I could say, because
Yeah.
I mean,
same here.
we say prayers and blessings and
yeah,
I won't say a speedy recovery because speed's never is good. You want
Mm,
to have a safe and healthy recovery.
Yes.
right.
That's more important than speed.
George, why don't
Take
you
your time.
show her your face, man, like with the
Okay.
besides the profile.
All right. Yeah. Usually I only do this when I do my interviews, but okay. Yeah. Just look away when you see me. I just. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Problem is I can't. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, where'd he go?
He ran
Oh
away.
boy, stop playing, George. He looked like Carl Winslow. I'll show you a picture of him and stuff like that. Especially when he got that clean cut.
Steve?
He looked. Yeah,
Steve?
he looked.
Go
Yeah,
home, go home.
especially he get that clean cut. He look like Carl Winslow. Like if you don't like being called that. I think Carl Winslow. I think like the person that played Carl Winslow, not Carl Winslow, but the
Yeah,
person
he
that
does
played
the
Carl.
progressive.
He's gay. He was. I think he's gay, but
Oh,
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna.
know he was. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
sure, but don't quote me on that.
I don't know.
I
I don't
think that's
know.
why.
You
I
talk
think
about
that's why he don't.
Reginald Vell Johnson's his name. Yeah. The
Yeah,
one who played. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because now
yeah,
he redoes that character on the progressive commercials now.
yeah,
I think
yeah. I
I
know
see
what you're
a little
talking
ad.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
But
thought
he's a
I wanted
legend
him.
though. Legendary
Yeah,
dad though. Yeah. On TV.
yeah.
Yep.
I wanted him to show him his face to you, but I don't know. He probably left. So it is what it is. But he usually like interviews. He mostly interviews women bodybuilders and stuff.
Yeah, a lot.
So yeah. So I've learned from him, if you can say.
Yeah.
So I'm
He
still learning.
has.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
So
for being so patient with me, and thank you for having
yeah.
me. I do
No,
appreciate
it's
it.
not a problem. It's not a
And it
problem.
was nice
It's not.
meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Yeah.
All right, folks. It's a wrap. So you want to follow Mary? You call Miss Beefy, right? Miss Beefy, Mad Fitness.
Man, fitness. Okay.
Oh, he said, he made a comment. My laptop won't let me show my face. All right, George.
Not sure.
All right, but I'm gonna show him who he is. So you know. So.
Oh
All
man,
right,
this has been
folks.
all right.
All right. Have a great night.
Later. All right.
You too. Thanks.